Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to Osaka. I'm not going to take the Shinkansen because I found a subway connection which goes directly to the hotel in Osaka. I do have to change trains though.
Hello everyone, so I've been in Kyoto for a total of 6 days. I've explored lots of places, and if you want to know what I did during that time, you can watch my last few videos on my channel. Today it was time to continue my Japan trip and go to Osaka. Instead of taking the Shinkansen, I just took the regular local train, and even that was very quick. In just 1 hour I was already in Osaka. Whoa, I'm in Osaka. I'm just having breakfast here. The cafe is just right in front of the train station, and I think in total it took 1 hour, or maybe even more. But I changed trains 3 times, but it was relatively easy since the trains are always on time. And for now, guess I will finish breakfast and then check in to the hotel, which is also very nearby. After breakfast, I just walked to the hotel. I chose one which was in the city center, which happened to be quite affordable. This here is the one. I just left my luggage here and then started exploring the city. I just dropped off my luggage at the hotel, and now I'm going to not Nagoya. I'm in Osaka. I'm going to Osaka Castle, and yeah, I will walk to the castle because it's very nearby to the hotel. On Google Maps it looked pretty big, so I guess I will spend the whole afternoon there. On my way to my destination, I came across the Osaka History Museum. It's this big building here, but I didn't visit it because I thought it's a little too much for the first visit. And on the opposite side of that museum is the Osaka Castle. The castle is somewhere over there, but somehow you can't see it. The trees are covering the castle up. But earlier I was able to see the castle from somewhere over there. But now I just somehow can't. The castle is pretty tall though, so I'm kind of surprised that you can't see it from here. And it's surrounded by a lake. I've noticed that the other castles which I've visited during this trip also often were surrounded by lakes, and yeah, again the wall looks similar to the other castle. I first wanted to explore the area around the lake here a little bit, and then very nearby I happened to come across a little memorial place. I don't really want to film into this direction because right now there are a lot of students, but over there is a tower, and it's some kind of memorial tower. So in 1936 there was some kind of big typhoon here, and yeah, some teachers died while trying to save some students, and this serves as a reminder. I'm kind of surprised that there was such a big typhoon here because I only know them from the Philippines, but not from Japan. Now it was time to explore the castle. The entrance to the castle grounds is for free. I first passed by a few gates and eventually kind of turned left, where I happened to come across a garden. To enter the garden you do have to pay a ticket, but it's very cheap and I really enjoyed being here because it's kind of more private and secluded, and you can also very nicely film the castle from here. The castle was built in 1583 and later it was destroyed during a war. The main tower even got struck by lightning, which caused a fire, and after that it was not rebuilt for centuries. In 1931 the castle was rebuilt with concrete. So around the castle is another lake, and you can take boat rides here for 20 minutes. I don't know if I will do that. I don't know if it's worth it. But, whoa. Here's another look of the castle. And it looks, as I said, very similar to Nagoya Castle. But I like this one somehow better because it has more decorations, like the golden decorations at the rooftop look pretty nice. Oh, here's the boat. Maybe you can see it down there. Now that I had seen everything at the garden, I made my way to the inner castle grounds. Next to Osaka Castle is this building, which looks a little castle-like, like the corners so, but I have no idea what it is. I mean, I saw a sign which said that there are restaurants inside, but I don't think there are only restaurants. Maybe there's a museum as well. And yeah, maybe this used to be a castle, which was built like 100 years ago. And now it's just some kind of, I don't know, restaurant, souvenir shop. Before I went to the castle, I still had a look from the castle walls because the view was just great from there. And now it was time to finally go inside the castle, and for that you do have to pay an entrance ticket. I'm going to go into the castle now. You do have to buy a ticket, but honestly, I guess it will not be so expensive. I went inside. The castle in total has 8 floors, and at the last floor is a few decks. I didn't film anything inside the castle because it's not allowed, but it's a modern museum, which is mainly, of course, about the history of the castle.
Osaka Castle today. Osaka Castle is a museum facility. We would like to remind visitors. 坐在地板上。另外，为了保护文物，请不要在3
Now that I had seen the whole view, I went to the Osaka City Museum. It's this building here which also kind of looks like a castle. And here I just enjoyed a little snack. I've just been inside the castle. I didn't film anything in there because it's not allowed. Inside the castle is an exhibition and everything is renovated. So yeah, it looks like just like a regular museum. But I think on the 7th floor there is what is there? The life of the founder, like the guy who founded the castle, is illustrated there. That was quite interesting. And then, as I said, there's also a view deck. I've been there. It was really nice. You can see over whole Osaka Castle. And now you can see over the whole city. And yeah, even though it's not so high. After my short break, I decided to go on the short boat tour which goes around the castle. Earlier I mentioned that I was not so sure if I should go on one, but then I changed my mind because the lights started looking quite nice. On for 20 minutes. I actually really enjoyed it because they also explained a couple of things about the castle and its history. And after that I again went to the castle to film it again because it looked so nice. And then I went to a shrine which was also just nearby the castle grounds. As you can tell, it was now getting dark and I found out that there is also a plum garden somewhere around the castle, which I also then quickly visited. I took a short boat ride as well. It was only 20 minutes and it went along the lake over there. And then I also looked around the plum garden. And yeah, I've been at the castle for since 11, and now it's almost 5, so for like almost 6 hours. And it's getting dark already. I'm kind of amazed that I needed so much time to see everything. And now I will go to a restaurant. This here is how I kind of explored the castle. And now I just decided to walk around the whole castle grounds. I just kept walking until it was completely dark, and then I was again at the entrance of the castle where they lit up the castle grounds. And now it also was time to have dinner. So today's dinner is pasta. It's not so typical Japanese. It's really good. I love it. And also surprisingly, the portion size, it's so much. I mean, it tastes really good. Today I didn't eat so much, so I guess I can finish everything. So my room is in the 8th floor. The elevator only goes to the 7th. This is the way. It's room 180. So, and oh, I feel like they only have one room at the 8th floor. I mean, oh, they really only have one room. kind of nice. This feels very exclusive somehow. Let's open the door. Oh, terrace room. Ah. That was my first day in Osaka. Please give a like and subscribe to the channel. In my upcoming video I will go to Dotonbori here in the city. Bye bye!